Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 Mare Nostrum expansion. This is the latest expansion for EU4, and this is the pre-release version that I'm playing. Things may change by the time you get your greedy little hands on it. And we have declared war on Mecklenburg over here. They were our rivals. And not only that, but they hold a lot of territory in the Lübeck trade node, which is quite nice. I declared war on them on my own. I could have had Pomerania join in, because we both hate the same people, and they also desire some of this territory. I would have had to promise them some land, though. And I could have promised them land and not given them any, and just upset them. But I was really hoping to keep their alliance. Ooh! That is going to lead to a very different game. Poland and Lithuania are not going to be in a personal union because of this event. The AI has a random chance of how they decide this decision. Same thing happens with the Iberian wedding over here. The Iberian wedding, I think it's 90% to say yes, 10% to say no. I don't know what it is with Poland. It feels like Poland says no a little bit more often than 10% of the time, but I'm not sure. So they will not be in a personal union together, which dramatically shakes up the Eastern European landscape. I wonder what that means for us. A weaker Poland means they're not going to be pushing into the Teutonic Order and Pomerania quite as easily as they would normally like to go, which is probably good because, I mean, we don't really care. I mean, it'd be nice at some point, yeah, sure, to get more influence in the Baltic Sea. In particular, if we could own Danzig, that would be huge for our trade because it's a coastal center of trade and an estuary. We may not ever get to that point, but it might mean we can safely grab all the Pomeranian bits. I don't remember if Poland needs anything that's actually in Pomerania to form anything. I think they might need Neumark over here from the Teutonic Order. I'm not sure. They might just grab it all the time because, you know, Teutonic Order. But in any case, let's go ahead and just continue with our own siege over here. We can... I can't really get rid of one of these until we get a reinforcement tick. Because we need 3,000 people over here. Almost, but not quite. Solidify our papal relations is done. Excellent. I think I will recall the diplomat, and we'll see what else we can send him. End the sound toll. Yeah, at some point we're going to want to do this. You know, control Jelen and Skåne. Good reward until the end of the game. Huge boost to local trade power. Really, really, really good. But that's a little too far for us. Rival of our rival. Make friends with Saxony. That would be pretty nice. I don't think our prestige, especially since we just went negative from declining the call to arms versus Munster over here, which is taken by Friesland a bit. Hey, Friesland would not be in our trade league, even if they had joined before, because now they're a two-province nation. So, I mean, I don't think we're going to be getting to 50 prestige for a while. So I guess I'll take the rival of the rival, and we have to suck up to Saxony over here. Now, we already have a booster relationship because of enemy of enemy. So we'll just send a diplomat over there, and our other diplomat we will keep around so that we can siege this out. Now, if I give you a mission to blockade enemy ports in... This is the Baltic, right? Where does the Baltic end? Oh, right here. Oh, and you can click on this too, that's right. So in the Baltic, you're going to be blockading ports, which is already what you're doing. We could probably split off some stuff, but I'm not sure. In any case, this is going to end pretty quick. Yes, you're back from the Papal States. Pomerania declared war on Mecklenburg. Too late there, Pomerania. Mecklenburg is mine. Although, ooh. Okay, there is one complication here. There is a definite huge complication because I had considered there was a very good chance that we were just going to vassalize Mecklenburg. A very good chance, because we get a little bit less aggressive expansion that way. We don't have to worry about as many rebellions and things like that, which the size of our army right now, the rebellion would be tough. If we vassalize them right now, we would be pulled in to a war against Pomerania. We don't really have the army size for that. They have a 3-1. We have, I mean, I like that we have better shock, and that's more important now. I guess that we might be able to prompt them to attack us in the woods. This might work out. This might work out. Huh. Presumably we've looted everything we can out of this. No, we haven't actually. Huh. I mean, we're in no hurry right now. And we can let our current manpower boost up. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the knights out of there. to drop down a little bit of... I mean, it's the same percentage attrition, but less stuff being attrition. Why is it 2%? Oh, mild winter. Okay. It would be nice to get another unit of cavalry. Because, yeah, we're at... When we've consolidated, we can get the count here really easy. 4 and 2. So we couldn't go up to 4 and 3. Which doesn't give you a huge margin, but can work. We need 25 for that. Nassau joined, okay. The Venetian one. Now, I'm a little worried about my ships. I would rather not sink the Mecklenburg Navy if we're going to vassalize them. But I obviously have to stay here long enough for the blockade bonus. If we want to accelerate the rate at which we blockade, and I do. So, as soon as the blockade, or as soon as the siege pops, I want to try to dock my ships so that we don't actually have to kill the Mecklenburg Navy. Because I'm okay with them having a navy if I'm going to vassalize them. And I'll have a 100% war score regardless, so... here's a question. So I could probably vassalize them now. I mean, I have the points. They're not willing to do it because they're not completely broken yet. So yeah, that would pull us into a war against Pomerania. You know what? I might be able to win it, but then what? I would be... Do you know how much aggressive expansion I'm going to generate here in northern Germany by taking this territory? Too much. I'm not going to be able to take anything from Pomerania without triggering a giant coalition war. And this is not a particularly valuable province. I mean, it's 8, which is good, but it's not like a super trade center or anything like that. So I don't think we're going to vassalize. I think we're just going to annex them outright. It is going to slow down my administrative tech, which means my first idea, which is kind of sucky. We're discovering agents. But I think that's the route we're going to have to take, because I don't think I want to fight Pomerania. Now, I think there's going to start to be some friction over here, because they want this territory. They actually have a claim on the territory. But I'm hoping that won't override our relationship. In fact, what I'll probably do is as soon as I peace out, I'm going to send someone to improve relations in Pomerania, and we'll try to bring it up more. We're only sitting plus 38, so where there's lots of room. 133, this will drop a bit because they will desire one of my provinces. But I like this new blockade indicator. That's very cool. Clearly shows you which provinces you need to worry about. Mines? Really? I don't remember where it is. It's in here somewhere, isn't it? Come on. Oh, there it is, right there. The provinces called it. It was under the tooltip for most of it. That's why I couldn't see it. Yeah, we probably could have convinced you to join up over here. I wasn't even thinking about hunting down here. Huh. Still, we do have a pretty big trade league as is, so I'm not too concerned. No new advisor is available, probably because one of the ones in the pool just died, so we got replaced. We're going to get some power projection here. I mean, we declared war on Mecklenburg, which helped, and then we will just go and take all their territory. Okay, so I'm going to say okay. I'm going to take my ships and try to dock them before we have to fight these. It makes no... There's no... Well, we could, if we defeat them. I guess we might steal a ship. That hadn't occurred to me. We shouldn't lose anything here. So let's go ahead and take it. I don't know, they have an admiral and everything. Oh, I think the Pomeranians are also fighting in this. Yeah, okay, so this should be a pretty big stomp. So we'll go ahead and do that. Maybe we'll get some ships out of it. We shouldn't lose anything, that's the important part. No, we didn't capture. Okay, that's fine. Let's just go and dock up. Let's see. Oh yeah, unconditional surrender. So that's one of the new buttons. If we do this, this is something when you know you're going to lose no matter what, you just want to accelerate things. If you click unconditional surrender, what happens is every single one of your provinces instantly becomes occupied by your enemy. So even if they haven't occupied you all, 100% of it will become occupied, and they will get 100% war score instantly. And then they'll have 2 months to send you a peace offer with that 100%. If they don't send you a peace offer, they will get the call for peace right away, and the call for peace will count up much faster than usual, so they will get wicked amounts of war exhaustion. So apparently the AI right now will not send an unconditional surrender, but if you unconditional surrender to them, they'll be quite happy to do it, and certainly that's going to be something in multiplayer. Absolutely, I'm positive. So we're not going to do that, but sue for peace. So, oh, that was the other reason for vassalizing them. Unlawful territory. So first of all, how much aggressive expansion? So no one would declare a coalition, which is nice. Yeah, doing this, we would get called into the war against Pomerania. I would much rather... I don't know. The vassal will eat diplomatic power, which we do need. Although right now we mostly need administrative power. It's early. It's all in the state. I don't want to fight Pomerania. I would have to probably work a little too hard to get an army that's big enough to deal with them. Plus, they actually have a bigger navy than I do right now because I've taken some hits. No, we'll just go and annex them. And we will have to say no to the Emperor when they ask for the unlawful territory back. All right, send the man, because we are eliminating priest and everything, prince and everything. There's like a lot going on here. So we're gonna core things as normal. There is a little thing over here, so you can see like the entire state information here, and there's a handy button to core all provinces in this one state, which might be useful later on. But yeah, we'll just start coring. That's the same thing as hitting the other button. So that's gonna get started. I'm gonna pull back with my troops over here, and we'll do a little bit of rubble busting in this territory. And yeah, that's that. So my fleet, oh yeah, still moving to be docked. And I'm going to split off the galleys, and I'm going to tell you to, oh, not the galleys, the barks, to protect trade in Lübeck over here. We got a new rival. We got 27 power projection. So right now we can have an extra general. Not that we care about that, but, you know, the extra trade power and everything is quite nice. Alliance breaking with Pomerania. Oh, here's something I never did. I never freaking embargoed anyone last time. Yeah, they are hostile towards me, and that's because they want my provinces. Too bad. Yeah, we can't royal marry them, so I think they're just gonna hate us. We will need a new rival as well because we eliminated our own. We don't have another enemy yet. We're gonna wait to see what happens. I don't want to rival Hamburg. Maybe Pomerania will rival me, and then we'll rival them back, or something of that nature. We'll see how it goes. My galleys, you can be mothballed. Good amount of money, which is nice. I'm gonna use that to order a bark to be built. Just one for now. I'm going to wait for everything to finish coring and everything to get sorted out. Most certainly we'll lose the alliance regardless. And yeah, my existing ones, Brandenburg, I'm going to not embargo you because I don't have a diplomat. Unlawful territory, I'm going to have to decline. I'll just let it auto-decline. Give us a little bit more time. Call to claim Rostock. Alliance offer from Bremen. So Bremen is one of the people in our trade league, and right now I do need allies because I only have one. Yeah, Munster doesn't like me because I did break that. Brunswick might be a possibility, and I think I'm gonna have to work on getting Brunswick on my side. So we'll see how it goes. You guys are reinforcing, and you're nearly done. And what's my force limit now? 8. So I'm gonna go and build 1 extra cav, 1 extra infantry right now. Brennan has left the trade league because they wanted to. What? But we were bros. Oh, I'm allied to Bremen. Yeah, okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but that's the way it's going to go. So are you still, yeah, you still hate me. Almost certainly you will still break the alliance, and I don't think there's anything we can do about it. We could get an advisor back. Let's get a diplomat rep advisor back. I'm going to be happy about that. That's going to be okay. I don't know if that's going to make a difference here. Probably not. But it is what it is. And Lüneburg... Oh, no. We're cool. We're cool. Yeah, you're in the trade league and everything, which is nice. So I don't know what the next thing is going to happen. I mean, frankly, I'm probably mostly worried about Brandenburg. Especially, yeah, now that we don't have Pomerania on our side. Which definitely sucks. Wants my provinces. Yeah, I mean, they're full-on rivals, luckily. We'll have to see how it goes. Who else hates Brandenburg? Who are actually the people I'm most scared about? Yeah, Saxony, Pomerania. Well, Saxony, we're already sucking up to you. Offer alliance, neutral. Yeah, you actually might be a good pick. Okay, so I can stop sucking up to Pomerania, because obviously that's going to go nowhere. And Brunswick doesn't have a problem with Saxony, so maybe we can get Brunswick and Saxony on our side, and that'll be a pretty comfortable position to be in. So we are coring. Excellent. War exhaustion going down on its own. That's fine. I could go promote mercantilism. Okay, you know what? It doesn't say anything about the corruption. So I was concerned that there was a bug here when I was doing it in my test game, because it said it was going to increase corruption by 0.8%. And it must mean it's not a thing, because corruption goes from 0 to 100, which I took as a percentage. So I assumed that increasing it by 0.8% would increase this by the number of 0.8. But it must be just changing my current corruption by a certain percentage. So promoting mercantilism has basically no effect on corruption as long as your corruption is low. And I can see the logic there. All right, Venice declaring war on Athens. I do want more mercantilism, for sure. But I think rushing it is probably a mistake. And I will want to save some points for things. I think one of the things that can increase corruption is if we fall too far behind. I mean, we can decrease it if we get ahead in administrative or diplomatic. But there's a new mechanic. If you're 2 techs behind your neighbors in something builds up, and it might be corruption. I don't remember what it was. So, and obviously, since we are a trade power, we care about diplomatic technology. So, I don't want to go too far behind there. And we're going to want some diplomatic power because probably one of our first ideas might be trade. I mean, trade, maritime, diplomatic. These are all going to be incredibly valuable here. Espionage keeps changing, and now like there's a passive boost for one of these. I don't know. We can steal maps. Actually, stealing maps might be really handy because, again, if I would like to go and colonize the North America, the what is it, the St. Lawrence Channel? Where does it come in from the North Sea? The Gulf of St. Lawrence. Yeah. Then it might be nice to have maps of that area so we don't have to go exploration ideas. I don't know. Brunswick. Why do you like me so little? Unlawful territory. Right. Yeah. So we got a huge penalty to everyone in the HRE because we auto-declined that. So so Austria does have a CB against us. In fact, I think they would have had one anyway from Imperial Liberation. Imperial Liberation on me. So ignoring the unlawful territory. That's a separate one from Imperial Liberation. Imperial Liberation is to respawn this country because Mecklenburg is now gone. So there's one less prince in the HRE. No one would vote for me because I am a merchant republic. So that's where the minus 1,000 is coming from. So they'll never vote for me because I'm a merchant republic and I'm not eligible to be the emperor. Which is too bad. It's fun to do the imperial game, but of course we did that as Italy. So that's going to be okay. We have triple our size, which is quite nice. 17. So we've doubled our development basically because we got 16 development from these two and we had 17 from our capital. So that's all right. Monetary reforms. Our treasurers are arguing we need to enact. Okay. I can lose a stability, but lose inflation. Do I have inflation? Well, a little bit from taking the money. Or gain 3. Ooh. So let's see. Gaining stability is worth 100 admin power. So we this would cost me 100 admin power, but we can take a discount of, let's call it about 25 admin power, because it is burning off some inflation here. It's 75 to drop inflation by 2. So it's a quarter of 75. Okay, so let's call it, I don't know, it's like 18 or something like that. Let's call it 20. So this option costs me 80 admin power. This option, 3 inflation, I mean, if it brought me exactly to 4, would be 150 admin power. It's going to bring me to 3.5, so we're calling that about 100. So it feels like this one is actually effectively going to be cheaper, even though it's far from ideal in a bunch of different ways. All right, we'll do that. And I do like to stay at +1 stability. It's going to delay our tech that much more, especially with the coring here. But we will have to sit on our hands a while, because A, we have to burn off a little bit of aggressive expansion. If we took too much more, we get huge coalitions. And the unlawful territory penalty. We don't want to keep that stacking. So I'm going to be content with just sort of sitting here for a little while. I do have the money to increase my fleet. We're still building a bark over here. And can I build in territory where I'm still No. I'm not coring here, so I'm not going to queue up another bark or anything of that sort. We're going to wait for the coring to finish. We'll go to speed 4 for a little while, and then I'll build some more ships. What's our current mission? Oh, make friends with Saxony, which we are definitely working towards, thanks to Rival of Rival. And we still only have Hamburg as a choice here? Yeah, I don't want to rival Hamburg. They're one of my trade partners. Although, taking these guys... Oh, right. Embargoing. Oh, yeah, I don't have a freaking diplomat. Okay, Brunswick, you come back over here. God, keep forgetting to embargo. Saxe-Lauenburg, which is right here. We're going to issue an embargo to you for more power projection. And Brandenburg. We'll issue an embargo over there. It's going to be fine, and then you can go back to sucking up to Brunswick. No alliance here yet. Close, but not yet. Improve relations. Yeah, we only have one relationship right now. Alliance with Bremen. which actually caused someone to leave the trade league. So it's of sketchy value, but it's still going to be important. So yeah, we'll get a more power projection. I should have done that earlier. Oh, I should also send an insult. Hang on again. Let's insult these guys, because they're smaller. There we go. Alright, so a bit more. Yeah, I should have done that sooner. I always forget about those at the start of the game. Okay, I think that ship finished being built. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, and then we've got the our troops as well, all being built there. And the coring looks like it's very nearly done. Wismar's about to finish. We, of course, had a claim on Wismar, so that's going to have helped that. Lowers the cost anyway. I don't know if it affects the time. Election time! Okay, we're going to keep auto states over here. We are currently still at 100% Republican tradition, so I'm okay with taking a 10 hit. We'll get +1 to all of our power, and we will get 50 power of something. Hey, it was admin, which is exactly the one I would have preferred. Lovely. Really happy about that. Right, increasing stability as a Republican nation is actually often more expensive. I forget about that, because usually you're not going to be at 100%. So we might actually not fight for +1, just because it is quite a bit more. We'll see. Core done. Culture accepted. Pomeranian, excellent. And we can queue up another ship over here, because we got an extra coastal province. Still not making much money. Oh, our army. I can drop the army maintenance. I want it to recharge. Oh, it's also doing rebel busting. You know what? No, keep it up here. Need to rebel bust a little bit more. Just delay this if we can. 4 years. Actually, that's pretty good. Never mind. Let's drop that. And then I'll move you somewhere safe. You don't want to have an army with no morale sitting somewhere where rebels could pop. Another core, so we can build another ship over there. And basically that, just all light ships. We will keep the these galleys here, because they are useful in a war. I probably won't build any, but they're already built, so I'm going to keep them around. Everyone joining the Genoan Trade League. So yeah, kick, invite. How much do you hate me? Well, no diplomat to send. Yeah, hate me a fair bit. Still, we have a pretty big trade league, so I'm mostly okay with that. What's our trade power here? 27%. Okay. Oh, that's the other advantage to, if we don't fall behind on Diplotech, we can build our marketplaces. And certainly we will want to do that. We do have... Are we not an important center of trade? Oh, yeah, we are. It's hidden underneath the little tag. It's hard to see. I guess I can click on the province. Yeah, coastal center of trade. Excellent. So yeah, that's gonna be great for building a marketplace once we get there. We did focus on admin. I'm happy about that. Not complaining. We are getting more power now because Otto is getting better. Rival of our rival is Saxony. So we need to get to 100 Saxony, and we're nearly there. Oh, and actually we can ally them. So I'm going to do that before anyone declares war on me. Although, I guess I'm forgetting. It's not as important to have as many allies from a defensive point of view, because the trade nation will defend me. Ooh. All of a sudden, too few rivals. All of a sudden, I get lots of options. Well, I don't want to rival Brunswick. I mean, I suppose if I'm going to rival anyone, Pomerania would make probably the most sense. Gives us a lot more coast, and all of Pomerania is in the Lübeck trade node, and Stettin is an estuary. And they're not in the trade league. I think that makes a lot of sense. Who hates you? Livonia, Norn, and Brandenburg. Yeah, well, Brandenburg, we hate each other regardless. Alright, I'm going to do it. It's fine. They are quite a bit more powerful than I am. I mean... Well, there is something to be said about Hamburg. Well, that's a free city, actually, so the Emperor will almost certainly defend them if I were to declare war. And yeah, they're in the league and everything like that. That will actually be quite challenging. We'd have to wait until Austria is really busy. Because I think as a free city... So normally, internal wars within the HRE, the Emperor doesn't get involved. He gets involved after the fact. But I'm pretty sure with the free city, the Emperor does get called in. Approve relations with Lüneburg. That's fine. right? They don't, yeah, they're okay. So let's do that. So I don't think we're going to go after Hamburg yet. Later on, obviously, that is a great target because they are a huge trading powerhouse. Huge trading powerhouse, and we're going to want that. But I think not yet. I'm going to go ahead and rival Pomerania. Done. And you're still working on Brunswick over here, which has grown a fair bit. Lüneburg left the Trade League. Are you, like, allied to Pomerania or something? This is the people I have to suck up to. Aggressive expansion. Yeah. Unlawful territory. Yeah. Yeah, you are allied to Pomerania. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm going to cancel this mission right away. Because... well... Where am I? I can still make friends with them. I can still complete the mission. Well, I'm going to keep my my diplomat over here for now. And we'll come back in a year and see what we've got. Ooh, this would actually give us corruption. I mean, I never like this. This is, I guess, because that's 120 points. That's such little Republican tradition. And yeah, it's actually more than that, because you can look at it as a 180-point power swing. Because either lose 120 or gain 60. So it's a 180-point swing between these two choices for a 10-point Republican tradition swing. The extra corruption does hurt, but we're going to have to go this way. So now we've got a little bit of corruption. We're technically at 0.5. It rounds it off in the display over here, or rounds it up, rather. And you can see it's giving us a penalty to a handful of things. And if we were now to check on our trade screen, promote mercantilism, you can see it would add 0.5% corruption. And I think that would be a change to here. So I think like it would, bring us to 0.50 something. But 0.5, if it was 1%, it'd be adding. Yeah, so it's so small, it's not actually going to register still. Right now, the corruption will go down thanks to our stability. And we currently have our income set over to try to dump the corruption as quickly as possible over here. And we are spending 25% of our income to try to bring this down as quickly as possible. So it's going to be gone. We're going to spend 25% of our income for 2 years to get the corruption to go away. Corruption is brutally hard to unroot. Or to root out, I suppose. Same thing. It is really difficult to root out. I mean, it's not giving us that much of a penalty right now, right? It's giving us a little bit of base autonomy. It's not changing. Right now, the lowest the autonomy can be is 0.25. It's not going up by 0.25 or anything like that per year. So it's not doing that much. And it's costing a lot to root it out. But I feel like it's going to be important to keep this low. I don't know, man. I really don't know how that's going to play into the game. I'm not sure. I guess it might be a fine place for us to put a cut, actually. Things are relatively stable. I'm still happy with the growth. How is the rebellion growing? 3.6 years away. I mean, the separatism is going down in these places. I am a little concerned about like a big rebellion popping up and us not being able to deal with it. But right now, we're okay. How are we looking force limit-wise? We're at our force limit with a 5-3 comp, which I think is perfectly fine. Right now, our maintenance is down. That is mothballed. I'm pretty happy with the situation. And I would like to take over all of Pomerania at some point. That would be helpful. And certainly taking on Hamburg, but that will probably have to wait a bit more. Saxe-Lauenburg is also a really great target. Who are you allied with? Brandenburg. That's a bit awkward. And we'll see how it goes. But this will put a cut in at this point. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.